Everybody knows he's great, but it's just going to be an amazing time to see him get inducted.
A major milestone for a Saints legend draws closer. Soon, Drew Brees will be enshrined as one of the greatest of all time. Good evening once again. I'm John Snell.
And I'm Meg Gatto. There's already a display set up for Brees.
Juan Kincaid and Sean Fazan give us a closer look at it and the ahead of the big day.
Thank you very much. Here inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame, we're standing in front of one of two enclosed kind of enshrinements for Drew Brees, showing off some of the things he wore in games during his time in black and gold, which covered 15 years, his entire career, Sean, 20 years in NFL. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer for a reason. And we've talked all day long about how back in 2006, we didn't know he'd get to this point, but here we are, him getting ready to hear his name called.
Yeah, look, I mean, no one would have thought he'd have been a first ballot Hall of Famer when the Saints signed him in 2006, yet here we are, no doubt, first ballot Hall of Fame. It's funny, back at the Super Bowls when we got the official announcement he was getting in, he's going to be a part of this class. He knew a couple of weeks before that, but really since that time, it's all about prepping for the big day on Saturday. Drew Brees talked a little bit about, what he expects out of this weekend and out of his time here in Canton.
It's been pretty wild, just because reality's slowly setting in, and kind of each step of the process. It's like planning a wedding. First off, all the events and like getting a chance to actually go to Canton for a few days. Walking through what the venue, kind of the venues are how they're gonna be staged, and meeting everybody with the Hall of Fame and all the people that are going to be responsible for, kind of coordinating those few days. They unveil our, each of us get to put together like kind of a case of, memorabilia from our, that represent our careers. So we did that. You walk into the, Tom Benson Stadium, on the site that you're going to be giving the speech, and you kind of visualize, what the crowd's going to look like and what the emotions are going to be. And so it's just a lot to process and a lot to plan for.
So Juan, we know when it comes to Drew and the big spotlight and the big moment, he always delivered for the black and gold. So Saturday will be a little different challenge, but I have no doubt he's going to knock it out of the park.
Let me tell you something. We talked about the display right here, black and gold, little Charger blue bolt. I would imagine we'll see a lot of both in the stadium on Saturday, but no doubt going to be more of that black and gold lighting up the sky inside the stadium on Saturday for Drew Brees' enshrinement in the Pro Football's Hall of Fame. With Sean Fazan, I'm Juan Kincaid, Fox 8 Local First.
Today is a big day for the Broncos. It's the team's first practice open to the public.
Right now, a special time as well for Sean Payton. He was just asked to present a longtime friend of his with a very special award. Broncos insider Mike Kliss joining us now. So, Mike, Drew Brees, we learned this week, just asked Payton to present him at the Hall of Fame. It was definitely an emotional moment, both for Brees and his coach.
It was, Drew Brees had Sean Payton as his coach in the New Orleans Saints 14 out of 15 years. The 1 year was because of Bountygate that Sean Payton had to sit out for suspension, and it didn't work out for Drew Brees that year. The Saints went 7-9, so they needed each other, and they succeeded with each other. And Brees wound up in the Hall of Fame. He broke all the NFL career passing records, most of them held by Peyton Manning when he was done with the Broncos. Then Tom Brady wouldn't retire. He kept playing until he was 45, and he shattered all the records. But Drew Brees, definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Sean Payton was actually told by Drew Brees in June, with the cameras rolling, that he was asked to be the presenter. And basically with that amounts, they have pre-taped interviews, and then on the stage, he'll pull the drape off the bust for Drew Brees. It's a heck of an honor. Over the years, Shannon Sharpe had his brother Sterling Sharpe present him. John Elway had his daughter Jessica. An interesting one, Steve Atwater, the Broncos safety, had his safety teammate Dennis Smith be his presenter. So Gary Zimmerman had Pat Bolin. So there's been some really interesting presenters, and Sean Payton meant so much to Drew Brees that Drew Brees wanted him to be his presenter as he goes into the Hall of Fame next Saturday in an induction ceremony in Canton, Ohio. In the meantime, Sean Payton's going to focus on his own quarterback, Bo Nix, who he's brought along quite nicely the first 2 years. The comparison that Sean Payton made was that Bo Nix and Drew Brees were both highly prolific, accurate passers in college. You had Drew Brees had 3 big years at Purdue, which for better or worse is a big passing attack offense. And he had all kinds of records. And then, of course, Bo Nix was with Auburn and Oregon. He played 5 years. He has some records that may never be broken. And he wound up with about a 70% completion percentage. He's got to work on that in the NFL a little bit as far as his accuracy. But Bo Nix is coming along. As long as those ankles hold up, the Broncos should be in good shape for years to come.
You're invited to join Phoenix Energy's next webinar, where you can drill deeper into our bond offerings. We currently offer 2 investment opportunities: a private placement bond offering for accredited investors with target annual interest rates between 9 and 13%. Also, we offer a registered bond offering open to
Everybody knows he's great, but it's
Welcome, football fans, to this explainer. Man, the long wait is finally over, isn't it? The gridiron lights are turning back on, and the 2026 NFL season is officially underway. Look, if you're anything like me, you've been eagerly counting down the days through the quiet, slow months of the offseason, just waiting, itching, really, for the moment we get to see actual live football on the field again. The draft type, that's settled. The mini camps are officially in the rearview mirror. Now it is time for full contact action. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the absolute official start of the season, the iconic Pro Football Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. And we've got a fantastic matchup this year with the Carolina Panthers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. You know, this isn't just some simple exhibition where guys are just out there going through the motions. No way. For these two organizations, it's the critical first step to prove exactly what their current rosters are made of under the bright lights. So here is our pregame scouting report for today. We've structured this explainer to unpack the essential storylines you absolutely need to track before these teams hit the field. We're going to be covering 1, the return to Canton, 2, honoring a Panthers legend, 3, quarterbacks, new offenses, 4, rookies stealing the spotlight, and number 5, a subtle revenge game.
All right, let's jump into section 1, the return to Canton, the gridiron awakens.
So this Thursday, August 6th, the NFL officially returns. The venue is Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. And honestly, there is something incredibly special about this specific location in Canton, Ohio. I mean, this stadium literally sits in the shadow of the Pro Football Hall of Fame itself. It serves as the ultimate symbolic starting line for the entire NFL calendar. When those stadium lights cut through the summer humidity this Thursday, it signals to fans all across the globe that the brutal 6-month football drought is officially over. It's the exact moment the page turns to a brand new year of professional football. Now, because they were selected for this showcase game, the Cardinals and Panthers were the very first teams in the entire league to pack their bags and report to training camp. They actually got started all the way back on July 22nd. Just think about the physical and mental toll of that early start. While players on other teams were still out on a beach somewhere enjoying the final days of their offseason vacations, Carolina and Arizona were already out in the blazing heat. They were hitting the sleds, running those exhausting Oklahoma drills, and getting right back to the absolute grueling grind of professional football. But, you know, with that early sacrifice comes a massive advantage. They get the pads popping earlier than anyone else, which is absolutely crucial for building early team chemistry.
Moving right along to section 2, honoring a Panthers legend, class of 2026.
There is a deeply emotional reason the Carolina Panthers are lacing up their cleats in Canton this week. They are here to honor their legendary, game-changing linebacker, Luke Kuechly, as he gets officially inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. And let's be real, Kuechly wasn't just a great player. He was a true generational talent. He was the absolute mastermind of that Panthers defense, famously diagnosing offensive formations and literally shouting out the exact play before the ball was even snapped. Seeing a first-ballot type of icon like him enshrined is a massive, emotional milestone for the Carolina franchise. It gives our current players a really unique connection to franchise greatness.
You have to remember, the Hall of Fame game isn't just another date on the preseason schedule. It's a completely immersive celebration of football's newest legends. The atmosphere here, it's completely unlike a standard August exhibition. You have the absolute greatest players to ever touch a football sitting right there in the stands, wearing those iconic gold jackets. Just imagine being an undrafted rookie linebacker for the Panthers, knowing that Luke Kuechly is watching you take the field. I mean, wow. That kind of environment amps up the pressure and completely elevates the energy inside the stadium.
All right, let's shift gears to section 3, quarterbacks and new offenses.
under center. Let's look at the offensive philosophies being tested out this week, because this is where it gets really interesting. For Carolina, the franchise officially picked up Bryce Young's fifth-year option. And actually, that single administrative move triggers a massive ripple effect for this specific game. It turns tonight into a super high-stakes evaluation stage for the backups. We're talking about guys like Kenny Pickett, a former first-round pick who is desperate to prove he still belongs in this league, and rookie Haynes King, who will be getting crucial high-volume snaps under center. Meanwhile, on the other sideline, the Arizona Cardinals are debuting completely fresh offensive dynamics. They're operating under a brand new coaching staff, which means this is our very first live-action stress test of their new playbook. We're going to see them heavily utilizing this game to test out young, explosive running backs like Jeremiah Love, basically trying to figure out exactly how these new pieces fit into their overhauled offensive scheme. Which brings us nicely to Section 4, Rookies Stealing the Spotlight, Fighting for a Spot. The magic number for every single team in the league is 53. While the household name superstars usually rest in baseball caps on the sidelines during this early exhibition phase, this game is entirely about the brutal reality of NFL cutdown days. The Hall of Fame game is the ultimate showcase for late-round draft picks and undrafted free agents who are desperately fighting tooth and nail for a spot on that final 53-man roster. For many of these athletes, the snaps they take in Canton could literally be the difference between realizing a lifelong childhood dream of playing in the NFL or having to hand in their playbook and clear out their locker on Monday morning. The desperation, the stakes for these fringe players, it is incredibly high. Specifically, on the Panthers sideline, you're going to want to keep a close eye on young wideouts like Teteroa McMillan and Jalen Coker. Without the veteran starters out there dominating the target share, these young receivers are going to get plenty of looks from the backup quarterbacks. But hey, it's not just about getting thrown to, it's about what they actually do with the opportunity. Scouts are looking for crisp route running, the ability to create separation at the top of the route, and pulling down tough, contested catches in heavy traffic. Showing that kind of reliable execution tonight is exactly how an unknown rookie steals the spotlight and forces the coaching staff to notice them.
And here's a fun fact. Because they play in Canton, both of these teams earn a massive structural advantage. They get a bonus, fourth preseason game, while the remaining 30 teams in the league only get 3 exhibition matchups to sort out their messy depth charts. The Panthers and Cardinals coaching staffs are gifted incredibly valuable extra evaluation time. From a general manager's perspective, that extra game tape, it is pure gold. It provides an entire extra 4 quarters of data to evaluate those razor-thin, heartbreaking decisions at the absolute bottom of the roster. Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 5, a subtle revenge game, looking at the history books. Historically, Carolina has completely dominated this head-to-head matchup. Looking at the long-term historical data, the Carolina Panthers hold a commanding 15-6 all-time record over the Arizona Cardinals. When you see a historically lopsided record like that, it's pretty easy to assume one franchise just naturally has the psychological edge over the other, right? But wait, there's a major plot twist to this dynamic. Despite Carolina's long-term dominance, the Arizona Cardinals actually won their most recent matchup back in the 2025 season with a very tight, hard-fought 27-22 finish. That recent, bitter sting completely changes the temperature of the room. It basically turns tonight's exhibition into a subtle revenge game for Carolina. Look, even in the preseason, where the starters might only play a single series, if they even play at all, pride is always on the line in the NFL. You can bet for sure that the returning coaching staff and the veteran leaders in that locker room vividly remember that loss from last year, and they want to set a winning tone immediately.
So those are the key storylines you need to track as we embark on a brand new year of football. Step 1 of the 2026 NFL season is officially underway with this Hall of Fame game kickoff. From here, we sprint directly into Step 2, where those intense, high-stakes roster battles for the final 53 spots will absolutely heat up over the coming weeks of training camp. And then, before we even know it, we'll arrive at Step 3, the kickoff of the regular season that actually counts, the whole shebang. And it all starts right here, right now.
After breaking all this down in our explainer today, analyzing everything from Luke Kuechly's emotional Hall of Fame induction to the do-or-die battles in the quarterback room and out wide, I leave you with this one thought. Will a future Hall of Famer take his very first NFL snap tonight under the Canton lights? Keep these storylines in mind. Watch closely to see who capitalizes on this massive opportunity. And most importantly, enjoy the official return of football.
As we count down to Larry Fitzgerald being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Cam Cox is in Canton, Ohio, getting us ready.
What is up, Arizona? Yes, we have landed in Canton, Ohio. Check it out. The first person to welcome us, Larry Legend, and the rest of the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Cameron Cox coming to you from just outside of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This is the birthplace of football. We are officially kicking off Larry Fitzgerald Hall of Fame week. Fitz will be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Saturday. The stage, the stadium, the building, and signs all set. Football fans from all over the world flocking to this small town to celebrate some of the all-time greats to ever play this game. And what do you know? Fresh off the plane, we run into a Cardinals fan wearing a Larry Fitzgerald jersey.
He's made so many memories for us, and we just want to be here to celebrate with him.
Very first Larry chant here in Canton, Ohio. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Larry, Larry, Larry. Speaking of the Cardinals, don't forget the Hall of Fame game is right here on 12 News Thursday night. Cardinals and Panthers. And we got a starting quarterback. No surprise, rookie third-round pick Carson Beck will get the start. This is the moment fans have been waiting for, and Beck is ready to sling it.
Nervous was when I was like 8 years old, maybe, for our city championship, Pop Warner. Again, that's what I love doing. So not really any nerves, more excitement than anything.
Don't forget the Hall of Fame game kicks off Thursday night, 5 o'clock right here on 12. After the game, we got a special edition of 12 Sports Locker Room live on the field. The Hall of Fame Gold Jacket ceremony Friday night. You can watch that streaming on the 12 News app for your TV. And finally, the enshrinement ceremony Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Hey, for the rest of the day in sports, we send it back in studio, back to Arizona with Mark Curtis. Hey, Mark.
The sideline clock.
Explore the largest curated global hotel program.
Fox News is streaming live on Fox One. Watch the world change as it happens live.
Breaking tonight, we are following two major stories.
When it's on Fox News, it's streaming live
America wins
on Fox One.
On the Kansas City 20, ninth play of the drive, 1st and 10. Breeze going deep to the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Drew Brees just threw his first touchdown pass as an NFL quarterback.
At the 3-yard line, Brees to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers! Drew Brees coming of age before your eyes. And the long 6. The throwback to Brees, and he's at the 10. He dives for the pylon. Did he make it? Yes.
Got to look around, find out where your blocker is, and you're not going to last too long.
Brees going for a bundle, has Parker wide open. And he will go to the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego.
Drew Brees, comeback player of the year in the NFL.
Second down, long pass, end zone, McCardell! Got it! Under center, Drew Brees. McCardell in motion. Brees back, pressured. Fires the end zone. Touchdown, Gates! Touchdown!
31 seconds. Brees up top. It's Gates. It's a touchdown again, San Diego.
The pump fake and deep down the middle, wide open, touchdown McCardell.
But I got another chance to play for the New Orleans Saints.
From hoses to hand tools, lighting to ladders, Grainger has the right stuff right when you need it, so you can fix, build, maintain, and more. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
So Horn set up on the right side, and here's the pitch back to Breeze, but his deep man is covered, or is he? It's Horn! He's got it, and Horn will score! To make anything substantial here, Breeze going back, and he's going to go for a deep. Horn for the touchdown by Copper! Bush is in the slot to the left, and a quarterback draw.